We've had a number of viewers, including Susan, want a little more explanation on the shadow docket. We were just talking about it. And they're wondering, well, why is it being used more frequently in the past? And does it still set precedent?
So it's just to be clear, it is being used now exponentially more often than it ever was in the past. This is a novel development. My friend Steve Loddick, who is a Georgetown law professor, wrote a terrific book called The Shadow Docket that I encourage you to buy. I know a lot
He
of people
coined the term, didn't he?
yeah,
Didn't Steve?
he
I think
didn't coin it. He
oh, okay.
popularized the term.
Okay.
He did, I think, inspire many people to dress up as the Shadow Docket for Halloween, which I really appreciated, spreading awareness. But I would say that what really changed was that the Supreme Court, for the first time in a long time, gained a very, very conservative supermajority that was eager to affirm much of Trump's agenda as quickly as possible. And in the previous 4 years, to block much of Biden's agenda. Before that point, for many years, Anthony Kennedy was the swing vote. There were 4 liberals and 4 conservatives in Kennedy. And then before that, there were Kennedy and Sandra Day O'Connor, who was more of a moderate. And so you didn't have 5, let alone 6 justices who shared like almost all the same views, especially about presidential power and major public policy, who were willing to just kind of ram those views through using brute force. And that changed with the appointment of Brett Kavanaugh and then the appointment of Amy Coney Barrett. And that is when the use of the shadow docket really skyrocketed. So, these justices in the majority, they don't want Trump to have to wait a year to implement his anti-trans passport policy, right? They don't want him to have to wait through a trial in the district court and an appeal to the circuit court and then, oral arguments at the Supreme Court and a decision in June. They want to let him do it now because they think he's entitled to, and they have the votes to make that happen. And that is what
So
has changed since the first term.